Coming to you live from the studio of Dinosaur Games in Austin, Texas, we have with us some of the founders and some of the developers here with us today for our radio show. Now, this is a little commercial that we're going to record real quick that we can play on the radio when we want to interview Mr. Sosa on the radio so that he doesn't have to spend 5 minutes of his valuable time explaining why people should listen to what he has to say. All right, here we go. Jesse Sosa, outsource manager at Gearbox Software, lives in Frisco, United States. About professional summary. I've been working with 3D since 1998, and I've been doing professionally since 2001. I started out as a prop artist and quickly made my way to characters. I took on lead duties on Ghostbusters, the video game, and gained a lot of experience in dealing with outsourcing and writing documentation for outsourcers. I reviewed outsourced models, created high-quality models in a timely fashion, and helped build our internal character pipeline and tech. I started my own small studio in 2011 to create my own games and help others with high-quality artwork for independent projects. In 2014, I moved to Brazil to help start Samsung's first internal game studio as art director. In 2016, I returned to the United States and have since joined Gearbox as the studio's outsource manager. Professional goals. My main goal is to create an art department that continues to push the hardware to its limits with experimental art styles. Experience. Senior outsource manager for Gearbox Software, February 2018 to present as of recording on February 19th of 2023. It will no longer say that for very long on his profile because it will say that he is the leader of your jointly owned game studio, my dear. Okay, let's continue. February 2018 to present, 5 years and 1 month, Frisco, Texas. Managed outsourced art. Created requests for RFQs for external talent. Recruiting external talent. Helping build the internal outsourcing team. Day-to-day interactions with external talent. Art direction for various external projects. Evaluate external studios. Use JIRA to track tasks and provide feedback. Shipped! Oh! He's shipped so many games that we have to click show more on his profile. God. All right. Shipped. New Tales from the Borderlands. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands Season Pass. Bunkers and Badasses Tabletop RPG. Tribes of Midgard. Borderlands 3. Director's Cut. And all of the Borderlands DLC. Penn and Teller VR. Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 2 VR. Owner and creative director of Dinosaur Games in the Austin, Texas area. Managing a team of experienced artists, designers, and programmers in charge of overseeing contract work. Responsible for building high-quality character, vehicle, environment, and UI assets. Created asset documents to develop scope of the project. Identify priorities for other artists, designers, and programmers. Creating high-quality images for marketing. Responsible for writing stories used in our project. So not only is he very talented with artwork, not only is he very talented with creating models for video games that he charges. Reportedly, if my memory serves correctly, he can charge as much as $5,000 per model. He's that good.
I see.
Okay. Creating game design documents and pitches for publishers. Oh yes, pitching games with a $30 million budget. Fantastic. Let's see. Responsible for the overall look of the studio and creative direction of the projects. Built company websites, managed company social sites. Business responsibilities include making connections for work-for-hire opportunities, publisher relations and investor pitches, help writing business documents such as a 5-year pro forma, business plan and 3-year budget, developer and ambassador for fan communities, an expert in building fan communities, in fact. Shipped. Creativerse on PC, Hindsight 2020 Wrath of the Kanasha on XBO, I assume that's supposed to say Xbox, PS4, Switch, and PC, Leela's Tale, Oculus Go, Desert Bus VR, Vive, Oculus, and PSVR, Mutant Football League on PC, Leela's Tale Stealth on iOS AR, Manifest 99 on Vive, Oculus, and PSVR, VisionWorks Big Hitter Baseball Experience on the Vive, Viewglass VR Experience on the Vive, Arcade Artists on the Vive, KitKat VR Experience on the Vive, American Horror Story San Diego Comic-Con 2016 VR Experience on the Vive, McDonald's South by Southwest 2016 VR Experience on the Vive, Idle Hairstyles on PlayStation Home, Speedwings on PlayStation Home, in development, Tape Deck Cowboys, Koba Mech Knight Chronicles Nightfall, which is a game that he was working on when I was living with him back in the day, still unpublished. We're going to change that. GLOO on PC.
And Total Battle Simulator.
We also have Contract 3D Artist for Playful Corp. Shipped Super Lucky's Tale. And in development, Starchild. Studio Art Director at Black River Studios and Samsung. Oh, we have to show more! Again, I almost never have to click that button on LinkedIn. Okay. Shipped Finding Monsters of Adventure VR. Jake and Tess's Finding Monsters Adventures. Rococo VR and Galaxy 11 Invasion. Senior Character Artist at King's Isle Entertainment. We are going to go down to Shipped! Wizard 101. I'm sure you've heard of that game.
A little bit.
Okay. He's like, who is this guy? I have no idea who this is. I'm like, you've heard of Gearbox, right?
Yeah.
You've heard of Borderlands, one of your favorite games of all time.
A little bit, yeah.
This guy made it.
Little bit.
It would not exist without him. Okay. Lead character artist for Terminal Reality. Okay, we're going to go down to Shipped. Star Wars Connect 360. Ghostbusters, the video game on Xbox 360 and PS3. Art director and UI artist. Okay, Shipped. King of Fighters, Orochi Collection, SNK Classics Collection, and Metal Slug Anthology. Senior character artist. Shipped. Spy Hunter 3, Aeon Flux, Eternal Death Slayer Demonic, and Blood Rain 2. Some of the greatest games of all time. Character artist. Remission on PC. Artist for Mumbo Jumbo LLC, creating Snowball Run and Myth 3, The Wolf Age. Character artist on Xbox for Pirates, The Legend of Black Cat. Volunteer experience for Scare for a Cure, a charity organization that we should work with in Texas. I've actually talked with them at a couple of conventions. They do great work, and they make lots and lots and lots of money.
Okay, let's do it.
It's literally just a bunch of people dressed up as clowns, and you walk through a haunted house, and you get scared. It's awesome. Terrifying. I hate being around them because they are so scary. I don't like it.
Aw.
All right.
Baby fox.
Now, I am about to tell you the good news, my dear.
Yes?
This is not the good news.
Okay, what's the good news?
All right. Jesse, I am about to ask you a question. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, Jesse, the creator of Borderlands 2 and 3. I would like to ask you a question. The question is following. Would you like to take my husband, Mr. Trey Playstead, on as your game design apprentice?
Yeah, that sounds great. I have a lot of friends in the industry that, we get pretty tired of doing the same old stuff. And so a lot of us always want to break out and do our own thing. So
Absolutely.
With basically like a seed investment or whatever like that, I'm pretty sure I can bring on one of my really great friends who's a really good designer to help mentor you through that. And on top of that, I do a lot of mentoring on the side as well. The current stuff that we're working on right now, I'm mentoring a small team out in Brazil and teaching them how to make games and how to properly scope, set expectations, and all that stuff. So while I'm not like the best designer around, I do have a ton of experience in game development, and most importantly, I foster people's creativity, talent, potential to bring it out and create the best product possible within the confines of game development.
Absolutely. Now, we to heighten the excitement of this exciting day, because why not? All right. For our radio audience of how many people, Mr. Labrador?
2.5 million.
For our radio audience of 2.5 million, broadcasting out of WWPR Tampa Bay in Tampa, Florida, and Clearwater, Florida, and Sarasota, Florida, here is the question to pose to you, Mr. Labrador. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Labrador, how much money would you like to invest in Dinosaur Entertainment? I will leave the decision up to you.
Let's start with 2.3 mil and go from there.
2.3 million. All right. Jesse, how does 2.3 million sound?
sounds good.
Okay.
I think we could really do something pretty awesome together. Yeah.
All right, Jesse.
A lot of stuff running through my head.
I bet. All right, Jesse, here's our next question. All right? Live here on the air, you and Mr. Labrador are going to negotiate for how much of Dinosaur Entertainment that $2.5 million will buy him. Because I will not be on the contract. My husband will be on the contract, and he will be co-owners of this with you. Now, what percentage from 0 to 100 would you like to purchase with your $2.5 million? I'm sorry, $2.3 million, 2.5, whatever. $2.3 million, Mr. Labrador.
50%?
50%. We have a offer of 50%. Excuse me. Now, 2.3 million divided by 50%. That means that, Mr. Sosa, your studio, Dinosaur Games, has been evaluated by my husband, who is an expert at valuation. That used to be his full-time job. An expert at valuation for $4.6 million. Now, Jesse, what is your counter offer?
I think for the best setup, especially in a mentoring, it would have to be 49.
49%.
Yeah, because oftentimes what I've seen some of my friends go through and other studios go through is when the studio grows to a certain size too quickly, they often don't place the right people in the right areas, and so when it comes to making studio decisions, I would need that 1%.
That seems like a completely fair compromise to me. So let me just put this into just for fun, just because we can. We're going to just write out the offers so far in our Telegram chat, just because actually seeing the numbers may actually help you understand the gravity of this negotiation, my friend. Now, $4,600,000 is your offer, Mr. Labrador. That is your expert valuation. Now, here is the valuation that the owner of the company has given you. Now, here is what we are going to ask as our next question. Mr. Labrador, your business partner has now made you a counter offer. Okay? He has made you a counter offer that his business is not worth $4,600,000. He has made a counter offer that his business is worth $4,693,000. Now, it sounds to me like you guys are in agreement that around 4.7 million is a great valuation for a game studio that is run by someone who has been in the industry since 1998. Now, do you accept Mr. Jesse Sosa's counter offer of...
1 second. Be sure that the 1% is in my favor, the 51%.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. If I misspoke, yeah, that's fine.
That would drop it.
Do you accept Mr. Sosa's offer to reduce your percentage that you would be purchasing from 50% to 49% instead?
I completely agree with his assessment. He is an expert after all.
Absolutely.
And my full intention is that it is your baby. It is your pride and joy, and I personally wouldn't step on your toes because you are the expert, I am the apprentice. I'm not going to claim that I have more knowledge than you. That would be foolish, if not arrogance on a monumental scale.
I completely agree. So here is my proposal for both of you, okay? Here is what I'm proposing, all right? Step 1, we put him on our charity's board of directors.
I agree with that.
Okay? Step 2, we work out a deal to get him, let's see, it was 1/3 of this amount. So he said 4.69 million.
Yep.
So let me divide that by 3, and then we will get the 100% amount that he mentioned. Okay? So 4.69 million is what he asked for. And we said divide by 3 to get the total investment that it would take for his development team to start development. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. 4.69 divided by 3 is 1.56 million. Okay, and I'm going to send that to you also, Jesse, so you can confirm that my math is correct, because I have made stupid arithmetic mistakes in the past and paid people 10 times as much as I was supposed to. So, when the numbers are this big, it doesn't matter. Anyway, whatever. The difference between 1 million and 10 million for us is like the difference between do I want the Whopper or the double Whopper? Who cares? It's all magic internet money anyway.
Correct.
So, if I'm not mistaken, Jesse, what you're saying is we make an investment of 1.56 million, and that would be for you. You have 100% control over where that money goes. And then let's see, the other 66% would be, 4.69 minus 1.56 would be 3.13. So that would be the other 66% of the investment. Okay? So this we're making a proposal as we speak. Okay? So this would be, our investment would be 4.69 million. That is your investment.
Yep.
Into this game company. Okay? And what I'm proposing to both of you, investment in Dinosaur Entertainment. Okay? 4.69 million. So this would be, for Jesse's direct control for development. 1.56 million. Okay? That would be his money.
Yep.
For him to decide what he needs. And if he needs more money, he can just ask. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, we had a cost overrun of 10% because we had a bunch of people that worked overtime this weekend. Who cares? Here's more money. It doesn't matter. Go make the money into more money. Thank you. Now, Jesse's control for development, 1.56 million. Okay? And then this would be for Trey Playstead, direct control for marketing, promotion, business. Okay? So business costs.
Yep.
Things like accounting, that kind of thing. I'll take care of that, but the money would be under your control.
Sounds good.
Okay? So we would discuss options. So for example, a company that we often work with is called Bench, Jesse. So that would be, we would discuss options, all of us three together, and then you two would make the decision.
Sounds good.
Okay? And since you would have 51% control, you would have the final say. So it would be your department. You would be like the CFO, for example. Okay? Mm-hmm. So, and we can work out titles or whatever, however we want to do it. But, like, for example, let's say you were the CFO, Chief Financial Officer. He is still in charge. He is still the CEO, the boss.
Sounds good.
But you would come to him with a proposal to say, okay, so we've looked at our different options for accounting. Bench seems like a really good option, and here's why. And then you and he and I can all make the decision together.
Sounds good.
Okay, what do you think, Jesse?
Yeah, that's your basic setup. That sounds correct. For me, on my end, I've always been about the creative. I don't necessarily like dealing with the business side of things. It's very stressful, and I should be focused on creative.
Absolutely. And as you well know, Jesse, that is what I live for. I love spreadsheets.
Yeah.
A day spent with a spreadsheet is a day well spent in my day. In my life, that is what I'm good at. What I'm good at is numbers, What you are good at is business and social. And what Jesse is good at is making a goddamn video game.
Correct.
And I think that if we all work together, there's no reason that we can't make the next Undertale, the next Shovel Knight, the next Borderlands. How
Absolutely.
much money has Borderlands made? Here's the next question. Total gross of Borderlands franchise.
Yeah, I mean, we're at what's it? Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. We're our budgets are up in just around 100 million, a little bit over 100 million per project, but the amount that game brings in is insane. It's absurd.
Borderlands 2 has sold 22 million units. Borderlands 3 pushing the franchise past $1 billion. There we go. Perfect example. $1 billion in revenue. So if you, Trey Playstead, and you, Jesse Sosa, create the next Borderlands that comes from your studio, and then you use my expertise with business consulting, spreadsheets, automation, his experience with outsourcing, your experience going on stage and telling people, hey guys, shut up. We have the best ideas in the room. So, if you want, that's why you're all here. Stop talking. That's why you're here, is because I know what I'm talking about. Now, this man here, Jesse Sosa, is very soft-spoken. He does not like to be the center of attention. I love to be the center of attention. It is my favorite thing in the world. Now, why don't we make you, Trey Playstead, and you, Jesse Sosa, the famous, brilliant savants that create the next Borderlands, and let weird business people like me who love spreadsheets and numbers and etc., why don't you let us do the stuff that you guys hate?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Does that sound good to you, Jesse?
Absolutely.
Okay, sounds good. So you said that the first thing you wanted to do was buy out, what's her name? I don't remember.
It's Travis's mom.
Buy out, Travis's mom, okay. Buy out.
Yeah, she inherited Travis's dad's fortune when he passed away, and so she's just holding on to it until we pay her back for his initial investment, which was roughly around $60K.
Okay. Do you want to do any more just to be safe as far as like legal fees and stuff, or is $60K what you need?
No, yeah, it would have to be a little bit more. I need to talk with our lawyer that has all the documentation and knows all that stuff. And I mean, it's something I could put you guys in contact too. But
yeah, just send me his.
The one that has all the paperwork and all that.
Just make an email thread with you and me and the lawyer, because then that way the lawyer will actually be willing to talk to me. If it's just me sending him an email, he'll go, well, client confidentiality, I can't tell you anything. So give me his email and his phone number, if you can, and then I'll set up contact with him as soon as I can, and we'll get this figured out. So you said buy out Travis's mom You said buy out Travis's mom for $60,000, okay? Including fees and stuff, would $70,000 be fine?
I believe so. You know more about lawyer fees than I do. I'm not sure exactly what your documentation is.
Yeah,
on top of that,
we deal with the lawyers all the time.
It would be going through and buying her out and then restructuring and bringing in a new partner.
Absolutely.
So there's the two different things there.
Sure, and we'll let the lawyers. We have lawyers, you have lawyers, whatever. We'll let the lawyers figure that out. It doesn't matter. The point is, let's start making a video game. All
Absolutely.
Right. So, 70. Well, here's what I'm thinking. Okay, let's do 70,000 as a seed investment. Okay. Do you know what a seed investment means, Trey? I know he knows what a seed investment is.
I do know what a seed investment means.
Okay, tell me what it means.
It means a seed. It's a starter. It's a starting point.
Correct.
In a intuitive way.
Absolutely.
I'm sure there's a crazy legal definition. I don't care about that.
Keep in mind, Jesse has ADHD as well, so the way that you think is the same way that he thinks. How convenient to be able to work with an expert who thinks the same way that you do. And how convenient for you and Jesse to be able to work with someone who thinks in the completely opposite way. The person who is good at things that you are not good at.
Correct.
We can all work together and make each other rich. Or even more rich.
Absolutely. It's a room full of weird little geniuses.
Absolutely. And what I will do, Jesse, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this all cleared with our people. We have to clear it with our lawyers and banker.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of the banker who handles our stuff in Washington?
I don't.
We've got their cards. I'll just call the branch and ask them. But anyway, we have a personal banker that handles our stuff in Washington, D.C. They work with like Jeff Bezos and stuff. I love Washington, D.C. It is a place where there are 12 billionaires in a town of 500,000. The bankers know what they're doing. They actually answer the phone. It's amazing.
Yes.
Anyway, so I will talk with our banker to make sure we can get $70,000 put aside. Mm-hmm. How would you, Jesse? You just tell us how you want the money. Do you want it as cash? Do you want it as a bank transfer? Do you want it as? I could literally just withdraw it in cash and give it to you if that would be easiest. But whatever, it's up to you.
Yeah, I guess it just depends. Like, I think the idea is pretty cool to just drive up there and come back with a suitcase full of cash.
That would make a great YouTube video.
I did.
It would.
I did that in coming back from Brazil, where I had to basically liquidate my bank account. And the cheapest way to avoid taxes was to just carry it on a suitcase.
I know, isn't that weird?
Because that was at least, that was $30,000, and that was, we literally had suitcases lined with money.
We're going to broadcast this on the radio. Perhaps we should talk about non-embezzlement related matters. Yes, absolutely.
It's such a good story, though.
It's a great story. Let's just keep our stories non-federal crimes, please. Thank you. Okay, so, Jesse, here's what I propose, okay? We have our office here where we do our show. I'll tell you all about it, but we do a radio show and we broadcast in Tampa, okay? Mm-hmm. So here's what I propose to you guys, all right? Step one.
Yep.
Let's figure out all the legal shit, whatever it takes to, because, I don't care about that stuff. You don't care about that stuff. He doesn't care about that stuff. We'll just let the lawyers handle it. Whatever.
Exactly.
When the lawyers give the go-ahead, we will withdraw $70,000 in cash for a YouTube stunt.
That sounds lovely.
Either we drive to him in Dallas, or he drives up and visits. Why doesn't he drive up and visit our office? That sounds lovely.
That does sound lovely.
We can record some stuff in person, get some pictures for the website, do group photos where it's all three of us together for the website, that kind of thing. That's important for marketing. So we will do a YouTube stunt where you, Trey, sign the contract where you are purchasing 49% of his company, not right now, but when the full amount is given. Okay? When the full amount of 4.6 million is given, you have 49%.
Okay.
Until then, you would have a smaller percentage. So, let's see. If 4.69 million is equivalent to 49%, okay, so so each percentage would be, hold on one second, 4.69 million divided by 49, okay? So we've agreed that 1 percentage point of the company is $95,000.
Okay.
So let's just round it up to make it easier. All right, so for this video, you will be giving him $70,000 in cash and purchasing 1% of his company. Does that sound good?
Lovely. Let's do it.
Okay, Jesse, does that sound good?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, so we will get the money together. We'll get it all approved by the lawyers, and when we'll set a date and time when you guys are both free. I don't want to. It's a YouTube stunt. We can do it any time of day. We can do it we can do it in the middle of the night if it's better. Whatever. The point is, you will give him a briefcase with $70,000 in cash and announce that you are working with the person who created Borderlands.
I love it.
And that will be a fantastic way to launch our Kickstarter for whatever game you guys are going to make. And that will be the Kickstarter video.
I love it. Oof. I got an idea.
Tell me.
Game idea.
Okay.
Here's a thought. Elevator pitch. Borderlands cell shading with the gun generation set in the SCP universe.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Like a cell shaded SCP style Odyssey.
Because SCP is all Creative Commons. You could make an SCP game if you wanted to.
Yeah. What do you think?
What's the gameplay?
Whatever you
FPS.
decide. Jesse, whatever you decide is the gameplay, because that's your area of expertise that you've been doing for 24 years. So, considering that you've been doing game design for almost longer than my wonderful husband has been alive, I think it would be your area of design.
I think so as well.
Yeah, I can definitely train you to start thinking like a game developer as well.
Sounds good.
Well, we have gotten a lot done in the past 30 minutes, my friends. I'm going to stop the recording for the radio, and I'm sure that you have other stuff today that you wanted to do, Jesse. So I just wanted to tell you the good news and to get it recorded for the radio so that we can send it off and start the journey, because you will not just be teaching Mr. Playstead. You will be teaching our radio audience how to become a game developer at a professional college level. Do you think that YouTube series might get some views?
I think so.
Uh-huh. Stay tuned, my friends. See us in the next episode.